Good day, Mr. Droeks and fellow fish tankers. So this is my Aqua Japan 44 liter or just over 11 gallon tank that I started this year in middle of Feb. This is my first tank in probably over 10 years. I used to have quite a bit of tanks in the past, ranging from small, medium, large, with the largest one being a Malawi cichlid setup in a 1.5 meter tank with a sump. I haven't had tanks, like I said, in quite some time, and I thought I'd buy a new tank this year. Been itching for a while. I follow a lot of fish tubers like MD Fish Tanks and MJ Aquatics, and then also recently found your channel, and I just wanted to congratulate you on your 4,000 subs, and may there be many more. And yeah, so this tank started out as a fairly basic setup, just with some pool filter sand and some Eastar Aqua soil in media bags to build up some height at the back and give some more nutrients to the stems. And I'm running a Chihiros A2 series, the 45 to fit onto the tank. And I was running the light at about 70% intensity for 6 hours per day. And due to the lack of plants in my tank, I actually started struggling with some algae. And I also didn't have a proper stand for the tank, so I decided to build a cabinet and decided to rescape the tank entirely, basically start over. And I added CO2 to the setup, and that's basically where I am at the moment with this tank. Then for my plants, I've got Monte Carlo carpeting quite nicely in the front, except for my cories that seem to forage through it a little bit, but they're not disturbing it too much. And I've got some S. repens between that and the Ludwigia glandulosa, which is the reddish plant on the right. I've also got some Anubias nana petite on the rocks, with one of my nerite snails sitting on the leaf doing its thing. Then at the back of that, I've got some Ludwigia repens, and then I've got some big Hygrophila corymbosa Thailand. I'm not too sure if I want to keep this plant. It is taking over the tank a fair bit. And then on the left, I've also just got some of the same, some Anubias nana petite and some Ludwigia glandulosa and S. repens. Then for my equipment, I'm running a Strideway CO2 regulator with bubble counter and solenoid on a timer, connected to a 2 kilogram CO2 fire extinguisher. And then for filtration, I'm running the Sobo SF850F with some Chihiros silicone tubing connected to glass hardware. Then on to the livestock in my tank. I've got a group of 11 Ember Tetra currently doing very well. I've also got a group of 6 Panda Corridorus catfish. And then as part of my cleanup crew, I've got 6 Armano shrimp and 3 nerite snails. Then in terms of the hardscape, I've just got some lava rock, some spiderwood, and as I mentioned earlier, a very basic substrate which consists of pool filter sand over a few bags of Eastar Aqua soil, and then I've got some API root tabs dotted about the tank just to give some extra nutrients to the roots. And then I also use some liquid fertilizer in the water column once or twice a week, depending on how the plants are doing. Then for lighting and CO2, I've currently got my light set to 75% intensity. It runs for 7 hours a day with a 30-minute ramp up and ramp down cycle. And then my CO2 comes on an hour and a half before the lights come on, and my CO2 goes off an hour before the lights go off in the evenings. So considering that this tank was rescaped and replanted on the 30th of April, and it's been just under a month, I'm really happy with how the tank is progressing. There's minimal algae, the plants are growing really well, fish and inhabitants are all happy. And if you would like to follow me along on this aquatic journey, I've got a little Instagram page. I'll put a link up with a QR code on screen for you shortly, so you can follow along. I've got some more plans for this tank, possibly some different plants. And as you guys know, in this hobby you can never have enough tanks, so please don't tell my wife that. But there might be some more tanks on the way as well. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for taking a look at my tank, and thank you to Mr. Droeks for hosting this video series. I'm looking forward to seeing some of your guys' tanks on here as well. And with that being said, have a blessed day.